Howdy folks, welcome back to my channel. My name is Curtis, otherwise known as C-Money, and woohoo, welcome to Star Trekker! This is episode number 1 of a new series. I have been playing for about 22 hours, and I've watched some videos, in particular Haunted. My friend Haunted has been playing this game, and it wasn't even on my radar. I picked this up because I was enjoying his series so much, so here's my take on it now. Let's hop in. So here we have custom, driver, all-rounder, mechanic, free to play. We're just going to do all-rounder.
This is a 1044, the big rig that just broke down in Onyx. Looks like you're leaking a whole lot of lung juice there, buddy. Might want to take a walk and pass those holes.
So this isn't going to be a tutorial. This is just me playing and enjoying the game and bringing you along for the ride. Let me know what you guys think of this game. I just absolutely love the game, so I'll continue my offline save as well when I'm not playing the saved one. So yeah, this is how the game starts out. Your truck is in trouble, it's got some damage, and you got to put on your spacesuit and go out and do some repairs. The game's going to teach us along the way what to do, how to do things. I'll probably skip by a lot of that fast just because I know what I'm doing. Or I can at least fake that I know what I'm doing. Anyway. Alright. Back in the truck. Put our suit back. Just adjusting my headset volume. Okay. Let's take the driver's seat. Well, first what we're going to do is we got stuff all over the place. I'd like to organize
All
that.
patched up? Good.
I don't think I can.
Now, before you get back on the road, it might be wise to check your CB radio. Grab your headset
So
and give me
just
a holler.
grab it, hold R2, and pick one of the options.
Yep, I can hear you just fine.
You'll
Right
notice
now, I guess
in the
you should be on
text,
your way.
if there's something we need to respond to, it'll have a CB in just below the text. So R2 to drive, L2 to brake. There's rolling.
The jump gear
External
pad
view.
should get you where you need to go.
Okie dokie.
Rebels, and I'll catch you on the other side.
So there's these convenient highways which are free of debris, but you are going to have fellow truckers in them. So what I like to do is drive just below the highway. This way, if there's a truck above me in my path, I can just keep driving underneath. Do need to be mindful of the speed limit. There are some speed traps. Okay, so these are the jump gates. Once those 3 dots or lights are yellow, it'll move to the green ones, and we just hit that to go. I'm just hitting up on the D-pad just to do a flyby of the truck.
This is Galactic B calling in from the DIV.
So we don't need to respond yet.
We've already got a drop zone warmed up and waiting for you. So just head on over to the waypoint, detach your trailer in the designated area, and I'll make sure your payment gets processed ASAP.
So we need to be careful and mindful of other vehicles. There's debris. To get that view that I'm doing, I'm just pushing down on the D-pad. Now, I did watch some other videos as well before I picked up the game. It's just telling us about the drop zone. And you'll notice my field of vision is bigger than most people's. So if you go into the options, other than my invert, and I cranked the field of view to 80. It was a recommendation from someone's video that I saw, and I did that right away. And yeah, makes a huge difference. So I'll just go through the things in here real quick. You can pick temperatures and distance and weights and stuff. Yeah, I don't think I messed around with too much. Audio, the music is copyright free. Hollow has confirmed that for me. So you can have the music going. It's not going to hurt anything. Okay, so drop zones. As you can see with the star, that's our drop zone there. We need to go into the pink area. Now you do need to be careful. If you're going fast, your vehicle, your truck and trailer will drift a little bit, so let's be mindful of that. Now, you need to kind of be at a full and complete stop before you detach your trailer. We'll probably get a message of that right here anyway. So we want to wait till this changes from pink to green. Full stop. And that's what this is telling us. Now this is the lever to detach. And we got full marks. If you hit something, you'll lose those bonuses. You'll actually get a penalty. So you kind of want to watch for that so that you're not losing out on money.
Great job. Payment should already be with you. But if you feel like spending some of that hard-earned cash, just head on over to Palmview Station. You'll find they've got supplies, a few jobs on the board, and the best home cooked for your proteins inside of Alpha Centauri.
So this is just telling us there's a tray here, has a user manual. You can find stuff there. Where are we heading? Palmview Station. Now, this area here is not as, there's debris, but not to the extent of some places. So I'm just gonna avoid debris and just take you through space versus taking the highway. You can adjust the difficulty. Yeah, it's fine. I just leave it on the recommended. It is difficult, but the payout is also better because we're on the higher difficulty. Okay, so we're getting to much more debris here, so we need to be mindful of that and be careful. I didn't realize there was going to be this much. But that's okay. It's important for you guys to see this as well. So now your truck will take damage when you hit stuff like that. And another thing you need to watch for is if there's a light down here and it turns purple. Which one is it? I think it's this one. It means you have a hull breach, which you need to go outside and fix, because you'll be losing oxygen because of it. So be careful of damage. Now it'll tell us later on in the game that we have 80,000 miles of free warranty, so we can repair the truck if we get damage for free. I had troubles finding where to be able to do that at first, so that's a thing too to be mindful of. Okay, so here we are. Wants us to go to docking bay 3. Fine. After this little tutorial, these are going to show up as either trading posts or alternatively they'll be where you can get missions, loads. Alright, so I'm using this camera here. It's going to straighten out and start backing up. Just want the crosshairs in the circle, but I feel like I'm a little low, so I'm going to go a little higher. So we're just backing up. Don't want to go too fast because then you'll damage your truck, which we don't want. And then you'll see the range down there. There we go. Once that message pops up, you hit the attach lever. So this is the job board. Tells us a few things, and I'm going to go through them here. So on the bottom right, it's the first place is where it needs to be picked up, and then the right of that is where it needs to be dropped off. I'm bringing that up because so you'll see Atlas Prime to Three Kings, Atlas Prime to Emerald Junction, Atlas Prime to Emerald Junction, Onyx to Atlas Prime. You'd actually have to drive to Onyx to pick up this trailer and bring it back to Atlas Prime, which is fine. If there was one from Atlas Prime to go to Onyx, then you could bring one, take one there and bring one back, right? So we kind of want to look at a few things before we accept any of these. To start with, you're probably going to want to look at money, the higher payout ones, but you'll see in the middle between the two locations, there's a distance and number of jumps. So that's something to be mindful of too. Now, because we're docked, we're using their power. So what I want to do is I want to do a cleanup down here. These are safety boxes. They keep things protected. And then what we want to do, I want to put them in here, and then you open them, and then they stay in their spot. So, all right. So these are things we can sell at places. So for now, I'm just going to put them in here because they too will take damage. Oh, there's those. I want to put those somewhere. Oops. There's only room for one. That's fine. I don't think there was room in this one, was there? These are like super fragile. So I'm going to take one of these out. Put this in it. Just because it's so fragile. Okay, so those items are where they need to be. Alright. So like I said, we're on their power, so we don't need to worry about lights. Money and batteries and these UCC things are the things you need to worry about the most in this game. Alright, here's the map. We are in Atlas Prime. Now, if I hit R2 to zoom in, it's going to give us a circle. In that circle there, the things that are in this region. If I hit triangle on the right-hand side, that's the legend, or the map key, for instance. So this has a toll booth, it has a paint shop, it has a job board, it has upgrade shop, gas station, and trader. Now, oops, if you go to a different place, you'll see this Purity only has a trader and a job board. Emerald Junction has those in addition to a toll booth and a gas station, and so on and so forth. So that's something we want to be mindful of. Also, there's jobs. With these jobs, sometimes they're going to take you to certain areas. So what I would want to do is combine a trailer load that's going to one of these areas. So, for instance, here it says, welcome to Atlas Prime, follow GB's directions to complete your delivery. Okay, so that's the one that's active right now. Okay, so for now, these things are just going to happen. So what I'm going to do, I don't have a mission. I'm just going to take the load that's going to pay me the most. So this has 2 jumps. See, this has 2 jumps and it's less money. So I'm going to do this one. Kind of like when you get a new app on your phone, you don't really read that. So I don't read it. I just accept. And now that's going to be our in-progress job.
Break for barrel, break for barrel. This is Red Eddie. Cooking good out here. This is Barrow. Go ahead. What can I do for you, mate? I'm looking for info on the express gates. Last I heard it was a parking lot out there. Oh, now we're in the galaxy, you hear that? All clear out here as far as the eye can see. Heard it from Dusty Bear, our own set of apple ears. Alright. Just reading the mail here at the pit stop. Those sheriff instincts die hard, don't they, old bear? Now, who you calling old, Ace? You've been out here just as long as I've been. Listen to you two turkeys arguing again. You're hogging the channel. Oh, it's just a coffee break, Eddie. Ain't no one out here with us anyway. Whoa. Sounds like the newcomer made it across from Onyx in one piece. A fresh-faced freelancer. Well, I'll be. You got a handle, pal?
Oops.
What if you're gonna be driving out here? Maybe we should call you Lucky Break. You know, on account of the serendipity of our meeting. Pretty sure there's a tough break in Bexmont. Right. Break. Jake. Jay. I reckon Lucky Jay could work. Lucky Jay it is, then. Blimey, feels like a big old jamboree with all this chatter. Don't you have somewhere to be, Barrow? Yeah. I got a cold drink that's gotta go. Keep the shiny side up and the greasy side down, fellas. Will do. This is Red Eddie down and gone. Big H, boys. Safe travels.
All right. So I didn't want to talk during the chitter chatter there. So they're going to be calling me LJ for the majority of the game. So fun fact about me is I used to be the head referee for our local wrestling promotion, like WWE style wrestling. And yeah, this is just hit the big button to get the map up. So to get to Emerald Junction, we have to jump to Medusa 6 and then to Emerald Junction. So anyway, so when I was the head referee, my reffing name was Leonard L.J. Johnson. So fun fact is I always responded and answered to the name LJ. Like if someone says LJ in public, I will respond to it. It's just natural to respond to it. So anyway, that's fun little fact, fun little story. So if you ever want to see some of that, it was High Impact Wrestling. There are things on YouTube where I was the ref in the matches. So if you want to check it out, go for it. When I was reffing, it was like the best seat in the house. Best place to take in all the action. So I also need to be mindful of this. My gravity's low. It's not the end of the world if it goes out on me, but the cargo in the truck will start flopping around, taking damage, and then it'll be worth less. Not worthless, but worth less. So it's something we're going to be mindful of. Yeah, it's just telling us to watch this. So these 3 yellow dots, the first one is the right distance to the jump. The second is the right, like if we were flipped and the stop signs were upside down, the second light would go on. And then the third one is us being stopped. And now we've met those 3. Now those, we'll get the countdown and we can jump. And then I'd just like to do a fly around the truck while it's jumping, just for fun. So this place here will sometimes have security guys come and check out your truck and your cargo. So you'll see there, express gates to Emerald Junction. That's our next destination. Now we could just go straight across, but there's going to be, it's quite the distance, so there's going to be more likelihood of debris. Now if you look down here, our trailer shows 100%. If we hit any debris, the damage will transfer to the cargo. So I prefer to take these little highways. I don't know what the speed limit is here. I'm going to slow down just in case. Pretty sure it's 150. Still want to get a ticket. So usually when you get to a center hub-ish, that's when you'll veer off and make your way to your destination or your jump spot. We can see there's other trucks going that way too. So we got to be careful not to bump into them. Now there's 3 gates. So I'm just going to take this one here. Because there's no other trucks there. I will check this view just to make sure there's not someone behind me or below me trying to take the same jump station. Warp station, whatever. I don't know what the hell they're called. Yeah, it's just telling us about power levels. Batteries, man. Batteries. You'll see there it says where we're going. You'll see over there, oops, to the left, that was an express toll. So we did pay a little extra money. So if there's tolls, yeah, you pay for using the jump. So you can see here, there's much more debris than what we've experienced so far. So it just depends on the system, right? So I'm just trying to be careful. If you're going too fast, it's going to be harder to swerve or stop to avoid certain things like that. That was not good. That's okay. Everything's fine. Trying to... Oh, where's he going? We do have a horn. Just to honk at him. Drop zone. Where are you? Oh, right there. Excellent. Now I have yet to see a spot where you need to back in. If you want to back in, have at her. But it's already difficult enough with this trailer. You don't need to be messing around with backing in. We stopped. Oh, There we go. So we got the max amount. And we've ranked up. Ooh, twice. Nice. So we have 2 skill points to spend. Yeah, here's our skill tree. So if you go to the left here, it's just in time jobs. So timing is important. Whereas over here is fragile load, so being careful is more important. You'll see at the far right there, it says safe and sound. And over here, it's fast and risky. There's some perks that unlock along the way too. So this here is increased spacewalk efficiency for when we have to be outside the vehicle. This one here's higher cab loads granted at weight station. So right now, our max weight is 441, and we're at 348. So if we want to buy supplies and stuff, we don't want to get busted. So to me right now, that's more important. So I'm going to take the fragile loads, and then I'm going to take the extra weight so that we can get more stuff in the truck. Next couple of points, I'll probably put them in these two. It just unlocks more missions. But yeah, we'll see more of this as we go along. Perishables, hazard, heavy loads, valuables, like a lot of cool stuff. Like, even my playthrough offline, I've probably done the bottom up to here, except for the valuable loads. I haven't unlocked that yet. So lots of things to do, lots of ways to progress. Here's our cargo in the truck right now. I can hit square and that opens up things. So these things here are for selling. Got the map. No jobs at the moment. And these are kind of stories. So we'll unlock a story, probably Red Eddie, now that we've put points in the fragile load skills. So
Hey, Lucky J. Nice
there
job
we go.
getting your
On
fragile
cue.
loads permit. Now that you're cleared to haul breakables, I got a job I think you can handle. Swing by New Liberty Terminal over in Atlas Prime if you're interested.
Okay, so they want us to go to Atlas Prime. Right now we're in Emerald Junction. So we want to find a load to take us to Medusa 6 or to Atlas Prime. Because we're going to be going to both those locations. And as much as possible, we don't want to go anywhere on... we don't want to travel somewhere without taking a load. So these triangles are areas. So this is Rock Station. So this is where we're going to get a job. However, I do want to check their market first. So we're going to go to the tower and see if we can sell some stuff. But before we do, and before we run out of gravity, and I know I can save more power if I turn off some additional lights, but I kind of don't want to. I was hoping I had a free spot in one of these. I'm going to use this. We'll put this here. You'll see there, like, it's $2.99 to $300. Like, they break easy. Okay, sorry. Gravity is under here. And as soon as I remove this, we're going to start floating around. Now what I want to do is grab the battery that's in here. This is your least important battery consumption area. So I'm going to put this in here. And now we have gravity back. And this battery here, it's only got 2%. I do want to use it though. And I'm just going to put it in here for now. You want to use the battery like 100% as much as possible, if you can. Right. So anyway, gonna put this here. Uh-oh. Oops. Oh, okay. So, fun fact, here's your user manual stuff. Feel free to take a look. Pause it if you need to. All right, so I'm going to turn these lights off. Again, I could save more power turning those lights off, but I like the truck to have lights. Looks like a real truck. There's some dark areas that having the headlights at least on is kind of important. So anyway, I prefer to drive with my exterior lights on. It's less efficient, but it's what I like. Let me see how long we've been going. Okay, half an hour. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to hook up to the supplies area. And then call it an episode. And I'll bring you in on the next episode and we'll do some trading. Some selling, some buying. And then we'll see if we can find a load going to Medusa 6 or Atlas Prime. And then we can meet up with Red Eddie up there. Okay, I want to go this way a little bit, I think. Yeah, no, we need to move a little bit more. If you're not sure, you can always go outside the cab. And there we go. And we're hooked up. So thanks for joining. I hope you'll be back for the next one. This will be the feature game of the week. So yeah, much more excitement to go. So thanks for joining. Toodaloo.